Surprise. 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 Is it surprise or is it a surprise? Surprise. It's Saturday night. We're streaming. Bet you didn't expect that shit. I know you didn't expect it because I just totally decided to do it like 20 minutes ago. I was like, you know what? I should just start live streaming. Yeah. People are going to be like, why is that in your background? I know that's the first thing you guys are going to ask. They're installing air conditioning in my unit. They're putting air conditioning in my unit. So you guys probably wondered, like, what is that place that you're at? I rent an office. It's just a fucking office. And they're putting air conditioning right there. Watch. Some air conditioning. See? That's why all that shit's fucked up. You know what was funny? I'll just tell this story real quick because it was funny. A guy who was working on this shit earlier today, he was like, he saw how much I made on the screen on YouTube. He's like, wow, you make $1,400 in a month on YouTube? What the fuck? How do you do that? And I was like, it's not that much, but I guess, thanks. And he was like blown away. So the guy that like worked on this shit, he saw my statistics and he was blown away that I made $1,400 in a month. In a month. All right. So there's a story for you. But I got air conditioning, y'all. So if you think there's some like meaning to this, the meaning is I get air conditioning come summertime is what that means. All right. I sent out a chat to my beautiful mods tonight, and Andy's here too. Hi, Andy. It's a surprise. It's a surprise stream. I was like, dude, I have a channel. Why not cure my boredom and stream? So we're just streaming. So I sent out a quick chat. Hi, everyone. Hi, Angelo Zap. Hi, Dragonfire says, it's the government, Jake. Oh, no. It is the government, Jake. Oh, no. Got Rose here. She says, hi, Andy. I said, hi, Andy. Hi, Rose. Hi, John Boy. Everyone say hi. Everyone get acquainted. All my party people are going to show up for no reason. I just hit the stream button. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the streaming. I sent out a text to a few people like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, I'm bored. We're going to fucking stream. Meow. See, so people ask like, are you controlled opposition? When was the last time you saw controlled opposition just hit the stream button and just fucking go like this? You haven't. That's the answer. You know why? Because I am the real deal. Have been since the beginning. Go back, scroll back, watch my fucking videos since the beginning until now, and you'll see I've been here since the beginning telling you the truth. Or so I see it in my comedic routine, right? You guys having fun tonight? Dragonfire says also drunk. All right, here's the deal. Not gonna lie. I have a battle with alcohol, and it's bad. It's poison. I don't recommend that you do it. But I have battled the alcohol poison for many a year, and the alcohol poison sometimes wins, and it gets the better of me. Maybe. JL says, are you high? LOL, I am. Well, I smoked weed basically every day since I was 17 years old. So I don't even really get like high like you would say. Like when people are like, whoa, are you high, man? I'm like, I've been smoking since I was 17 and I haven't missed a day. And now I'm like, fuck, gonna be 40 this year. So I'm 39, gonna be 40. Haven't missed a day since I was like 17. In the days where I didn't have actual pot, I would like smoke fucking like resin. Back when I was like 17, 18, I remember shit into my even 20s. This was back 20 years ago before pot was legal and shit, you know, everywhere. Like when you ran out, you smoked resin. I was one of those smoke fucking resin guys. That's how legit you know I am. You don't see Alex Jones telling you that he fucking smoked resin to get high, right? Right? That's how you know I'm legit and he's fucking fake. Asshole ass, fake ass motherfucker. And thank you for the donation, bro. All right. I totally went live to cure boredom tonight. It was a live stream to cure my boredom and your boredom. And to weed out all the fakers. Anybody following my channel who's a fake and a flake, they're going to get weeded out quickly. They're going to see how we do things around here. All right? The NFL's coming to a close. It's coming to a close quick. I just want... Hey, everyone, let me get your attention. The NFL shit is coming to a close. It's going to be over soon. That means I'm going to stop doing videos about it. It was like a 4-month deal, and it's going to be over. And then we're going to go back to regular Jake shit again. Kinda. Pretty much. Get it? So here's the deal. I went toe-to-toe with the most hardcore, badass, powerful, fake sports league in the world. I went toe-to-toe. I got millions of views, tons of new subs. I fucked them up. They had to put Pat McAfee on the case to try and cover up all the fucking damage that I did to their fucking pretend stupid bullshit sport. Ha ha, NFL. Jake the asshole gotcha. So here's what happened. I was proving from week 1. Oh, excuse me. Preseason. I started in the preseason. If you go back and look, I started in the preseason. And people were wondering, Jake, why are you covering this? Here's why. I started in the preseason. And I started fucking the NFL up. Week 1, I fucked their fucking face up. You like that language? I hope you do. And then in week 2, I fucked them up. This continues like a Rocky montage, right? Like Rocky 4 montage. I motherfucking fucked the NFL's fucking stupid fucking face over and over again until they had to put Pat fucking stupid shill McAfee on the case to try and cover for me. So now everyone knows like that the NFL's rigged because of me. Everyone has started to figure it out because of me. Do you understand? I got like, oh, I don't know, like 5 million extra views because I fucked the fucking NFL's fucking stupid fucking face until they couldn't stop it anymore. So they went and had DeMar pretend to be hurt. And all of you fucking idiots started saying, he's dead. He's dead. He's vax injured. He's dead. No. I told you fucking stupid idiots. He's not dead. He's pretending. He sat on his butt, boop, 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 laid down, and it was all pretend. Just like the NFL's stupid fake season. The whole season. So DeMar lays down, and a lot of people are like, aha, vaccine. No, no, no. Did you see him get it? No, you didn't. Did you test it? No, you didn't. Don't jump to conclusions. It's all fake. Jake, no, he's dead because they didn't show his face. Oh, so if you're telling me I don't show my face, that makes me dead too. Oh, wait, I'm alive? No, I'm dead. No, I'm alive? No, I'm dead. So when they show DeMar's face, who's going to look stupid? You. You said, Jakey's dead. Jake DeMar's dead. I know he's dead because I didn't see his face. Hey, fucktard. I'm talking to you, fucktard. Did you see him die? Yeah, I saw him lay down. Oh, you saw DeMar lay down? Cool, I saw him lay down and fake it. You saw him actually die? Yes, I saw him actually die on the field, and it was the vaccine. Here's the deal. I'm as anti-vax as anti-vax gets, but I'm not going to believe that he took it and died from it just to support my beliefs. Get it? Here's how we do it on Jake the Asshole channel. We proved the NFL was fake all along. We proved DeMar is faking it all along. We proved the whole fucking fake ass faking fuck is all a faking fuck fake all along. That's what we do here. People are like, no, I swear. I'm pretty sure he died because I didn't see his face. I didn't see his face that one time, so I know he's dead. Hey, idiot. The whole fucking NFL is the WWE, and they're faking the fuck out of your fucking stupid ass. Have you ever fucking thought of that? Fucking idiot? No, I'm the only one that thinks of that, and I have to teach everyone how it works. And I'm tired of it. Hey, Jake, but you said the Buffalo was going to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I got a prediction wrong, but that doesn't mean the whole thing isn't not fucking fake. Duh. Fake is a fucking fake could ever fucking faggoty fuck foo. And I just made that last part up, so you know it has to be true. Let me find the front of my hat. Viewer discretion is advised in this program. So DeMar shit. Jake, don't you know all the NFL players don't you know they're all required to take a jab? And just so you know, this is not an actual VIDS or anything like that. This is for inoculating mushroom spores. So get your mind out of the gutter, weirdo. Jake, don't you know that all the players are required to take this? Hey, how do you know this isn't harmless saline? Whoop. How do you know what I got here? How do you know? How do you know this isn't mushroom spores? How do you know this isn't the VAXX? How do you know this isn't like my boogers and testicle juice mixed with some saline just for fun and yah-yahs? You don't know. So don't go assuming that you know who took what on TV. So I got a lot of people acting smart like Jake. He's dead because of the VAXX, man. Yeah, I'm totally against it. Totally been telling people not to get it. But I'm not going to sit here and act like that dude took it. I'm not going to pretend for fun that DeMar died because of this shit. I'm pretty sure I saw him sit on his butt and lay down and pretend. So come on. The National Fixed League, who fixes football games for fun. It's pretend. It's the WWE. They had a man sit on his butt and lay down, and people are like, oh my God, he's dead. He's cloned. Do you know what happened? Jake the Asshole fucked the NFL so hard they had to come up with this thing to get everyone to stop talking about how fake the football games are. That's what happened. Whether you want to believe it or not, I covered this the whole season from fucking preseason until tomorrow. And they did this because I got 5 million extra views and fucked their fucking world up, and they weren't expecting this one guy to do that. So they had to come up with this whole other concoction to go the other way and paint out conspiracy theorists to be crazy. And I missed a super chat. Let me go back. And I'm going to get to all I just said. Nope, that's one I already read. There we go. Super sticker. Thanks for the donation and super sticker. Here's the deal. This DeMar shit. I've been proving that the NFL is fake since preseason. I started in the preseason, and every week I did a top 10 most rigged plays. And I started to gain momentum. Now, the shorts, the ones you might not watch, but the shorts have gotten so much views, they had to fucking adjust the algorithm because of me. I swear to you, I finger fucked the algorithm. Whoop. So bad, they changed it. Do you know why? It's because one guy got about 5 million views in about 3-4 months. That's why a lot of you are here. Because I finger fucked their stupid algorithm so badly that they had to shut off the faucet. That's why a lot of you are here. There's like 15,000 new subscribers here. Thank you for that again. Because I fucked them up so badly. So I want you to know the individual who's responsible for the whole thing. So week 1, week 2, all the way into now, all the way through the season to now, I've been proving that their product is fake. As fake as the WWE. And they won't admit it. If they would just come out and totally admit it, all of them say, yes, we're playing pretend football. It's entertainment. Then I'll stop. If not, I will come back next season and I will fucking destroy this stupid league. I have done unsurmountable damage to this league to the point they had to like shut off the view faucet. They're like, oh dear, let's change the algorithm completely to where Pat McAfee comes up instead of Jake. Do you realize when you typed in NFL rigged, Jake the asshole dominated the algorithm and they had to fucking change it to where Pat McAfee and a bunch of ESPN fucking NFL crony shit dominated the algorithm? That happened because of me. And people were wondering why I focused on fake football. It's the most powerful sports league in the world right now. More men in America care about their football team than they do who runs the world or what's going on. So I had to destroy the notion of their fake football team winning a fake fucking trophy. And I have done so. All right. I single-handedly made them change what they're doing. And I know it. Because they have guys like Pat McAfee doing damage control readily. There's all these people thinking the NFL's rigged all of a sudden. I don't know what they're thinking. Yeah, I wonder why. That's because maybe Jake the asshole got, 5 million views on YouTube in this NFL season. stating that the NFL is fucking rigged and phony. How did I do that if I wasn't right? They had to shut the faucet off. It's like a faucet. The views, there was this leak, and they had to be like, oh shit, let's fix this. So they fucking fix it. They weren't expecting Jake the asshole to exploit the NFL. That was the last thing. Hilarity. So any of you wondering why I fucking ever did this, now you get it. And now that the NFL's coming to a close, I can say, ha ha, got you. Whether I was right or wrong or about my predictions on who wins or loses, who cares? I got you, NFL. Jake the asshole got you. More so than anybody ever in the history of anybody. I got you. And I exposed it to more people than ever who are now talking about it. You will never recover from this. And that's just one little piece of my legacy, the NFL. Just one little piece of my legacy, motherfuckers. See you next season, bitches. And I'm not doing any more picks. I just wanted to prove that I could pick just as good as anyone or just as worse as anyone, just showing you. And I had my days where I dominated the NFL, but I had some days where my picks sucked. But I exposed some super weaknesses in their little scheme. Next year, they're going to have to think about all that. So a lot of you showed up just for football. Just saying. That's just one of the things that I do around here. I've been exposing that the jab was bullshit from the beginning. And I'm telling you, DeMar and the jab and this whole angle that he's alive, he's did it, bullshit, fake. It's all fake. It's a fixed league. It's the WWE. They're working you. David Yount says, speaking of WWE, sorry, Jake, was watching Royal Rumble, didn't know you were streaming till now. Hey, at least we know it's fake like space and NFL. Always keep up the good work, Jake. It's funny you mentioned that. It's actually funny because I watched that earlier tonight too. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, the Royal Rumble. But tonight, for those of you who don't keep up, the WWE did the Royal Rumble tonight. And so that's a guilty pleasure of mine. I used to be a huge wrestling fan in my teens. And yes, I know it's not real. And so that's how I'm such a good detective that the NFL is fake, as I can tell when I slow down the footage that people aren't playing real fucking football. Just like I can tell these guys aren't really fighting. So I have an amateur boxing background, an amateur wrestling background, and I was a huge fan of the WWE in my teens. So I know what is real and what is fake, and I'm very good at detecting it. And when you slow down the footage, which fanboys hate, you slow it down, you can see, just like in a WWE match, the punches aren't really landing flush. Oftentimes they're coming up short. So when you slow down in NFL fucking play, NFL footage, you'll see all the players missing tackles on purpose, throwing picks on purpose, right? I've told people, like, if you were to speed up the WWE, it actually looks better. It looks more like a real fight. When you slow it down, that's when you start to see they're not really even hitting each other. Sometimes they barely make contact. Some of the kicks that they throw, or they slap their leg, they don't even make contact. They're like, ha! right? So all I did was just slow down their footage, the NFL, and show that it's the exact same as the WWE. People are like, no, it's not the same. Oh, yes, it is. It's the same thing. Thank you for the donation. So I watched the match earlier tonight, the Royal Rumble. I gotta say, the women's Royal Rumble is the biggest drag queen fight, pretend fight in the world. I think the women's drag queen fight was a little better than the men's match, actually, if I do say so. So the reason why I can pick apart the NFL so easily is because I was a fan of pro wrestling and I played football in high school. I know what it's like to try your hardest, and I know what it's like to fake it and act like you're trying your hardest. So me and my friends, for instance, I'm telling you, this is how hardcore I was. Me and my friends had our own backyard federation. So I had my own character. I was like Jake Gage, the hardcore backyard wrestling guy. And me and my friends had a federation where we beat each other's ass. We would hit each other with steel chairs, shit like that. So I know what's real and what's pretend to a degree that most people are not able to fucking decipher. That's why when I saw through the NFL, I was like, okay, all I got to do is slow it down a smidge and I can see where they're totally screwing people. So if you slow down the NFL footage, it's just like slowing down a WWE match. You're going to see all the fucking details of how it's phony. Tommy Meyer says, play the song Nevermore by Elf Jake. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're throwing me off. Thank you for the donation, but you're like throwing me off subject. Like I have no idea who that is or what reference you're talking about. So thank you, but I have no idea. I'm not just going to stop what I'm doing and play that. But thank you. I appreciate the donation. So, coming from a guy who, when I was a teenager, loved the WWE so much that I created my own backyard federation and willingly let my friends hit me over the head with a fucking chair. I'm not even kidding. I let my friends hit me over the head with a steel chair, like as hard as they could, just to prove I was like a badass. And let me tell you what, steel chairs fucking hurt. And so back in the day, wrestlers like through like the early 2000s were hitting each other in the head with chairs on TV, and it was real, not fake. Like when you hit someone with a steel chair, it makes a big bang. It's for real. I swear, like a metal chair when you bang it off someone's head is real. So much so they had to stop doing it. And now when you see the chair shot, only to the back. So they changed the rules because guys were getting fucked up so much. Even in pretend WWE, when you swing a chair, guys were swinging the chair so hard and fucking each other up so much. They changed the rules that now you have to fucking do one of these and let someone club you on the back. So that's how well I know fake and real. I'm so good at knowing fake and real. I used to take real chair shots from my friends when we were pretending to fight. Do you understand? In a pretend fight, I got smacked over the head with a fucking real steel chair. So I know like what hurts and what doesn't and what's pretend and what's not. So I consider myself an actual expert on what is real and what is not when it comes to sports and entertainment. So I don't have to be a professional NFL player or professional basketball player in order to see that someone's not giving it their all, in order to see that they're faking it. So if I see someone like, oh, I'm a professional linebacker, I forgot how to tackle. Oh, I'm going to be like, that guy just dove and missed on purpose. NFL fanboys are trained. NFL fanboys say, nuh-uh, that guy just sucks. Well, how did he get drafted into the NFL? How did he get to be a starter on TV for me to see and point out that he's totally not trying to tackle? So then I have to pick plays where it's not one missed tackle, not two missed tackles, but like 3 and 4 missed tackles. That way no one can fucking say that I'm wrong. So I had to purposely throw out the 1 missed tackle plays, the 2 missed tackle, and have like only 3 and 4 missed tackle plays in order to show you, like, see, it's fake. Because otherwise NFL fanboys are like, no, that guy just sucks. That team's just trying to get a better draft pick. Oh, they have a perfect excuse no matter what, built in. I know I'm going off. So we're about done with the fake football shit. The league is going to shut down for a while. And we're going to go back to exposing the news like normal. So those of you who thought this channel was going to become a football channel, you're wrong. And those of you who showed up thinking this is a football channel, you're wrong too. I was just totally exposing that the NFL's fucking fake as part of my repertoire. I have a repertoire. It's kind of like a repertoire, but it's a repertoire. It's smelly, it's stinky, full of a lot of disgusting shit that I've exposed over the years. And in my repertoire is the fucking soggy ass NFL. John is here, making her presence known. One of my beautiful mods says, we are so proud of you and your hard work is paying off. Congratulations. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. So my hardcore subs who've been here for years, and I've been doing this for like 7 years, they know that I expose all kinds of shitbaggery, shilligans, shenanigans, shills and shenanigans, and shitbaggery. I expose all that shit. Scams, shills, shitbaggery. And I expose it like no other. And the NFL was just part of the process. And the thing was, I was a big fan when I was a young teenager. My favorite team, as some of you might know, was the Dolphins. So here's the quick story on the NFL shit and how you guys ended up here if you just subscribed. I was a Dolphins fan. I stopped being a fan. I realized it was a waste of time. And no matter what they did, it didn't really impact my life and it didn't really matter. So I stopped caring. And then just a few years ago, I figured out that not only was the league rigged, but that all the players were in on it. So once I figured out all the players were in on it, this season I decided to make it a personal vendetta of mine to get even with the NFL for all those years that they duped me. The years with Dan Marino and all the fucking Dolphin years that I suffered through. I didn't get to see the Dolphins go undefeated and win. I got to see them lose and get beat. So now that I realize it's all fake and pretend and I wasted all those Sundays, wasted all those years, wasted all the fucking heartbreak, all the times yelling and screaming at the TV like an idiot, I decided to do something about it and put my fist to their fucking face and show them what their fake product is really about and expose to the world what the NFL really is. It's pretend football. And that's my payback. I exposed to the world that it is pretend football. And I got my revenge for all the years that I suffered as a fan consuming their stupid product. There's a rant for you. So fuck the NFL for all those insufferable years that I sat through and all the losing fucking seasons and all that shit. Now I'm going to get the last laugh because I proved to everyone, millions of people, your fucking league is fake. And Jake the asshole is going to be the Super Bowl MVP, whether you like it or not. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Suck it, NFL. Ugh. All right. I think I might even have missed a fucking super chat in all my glory. Okay. Jake, did you watch the new DeMar video tonight? He did a special message to fans and stuff. I totally missed it. I'll catch up on it for sure. And I'll probably even do a video about it. If there's a special message, I'm guessing I'm going to fucking find something worth making a video about. But just to let you know, I haven't seen it yet. And thank you, Sunflower, for donating. Thank you for being here. You're a sweetheart. Awesome. Good times. I'll get to that fake ass shit. You better believe once it's brought to my attention, I'll fucking sniff it out and expose it for the fake shit it is. All right. So now that I'm taking a breath, I'll check out my chat. What do you guys got to say about all that? Andy's got a purple heart here. Were you wounded in battle, Andy? Blake Bortles is here. Totally the same Blake Bortles that you're thinking of. Says Trump, Biden are puppets. Totally agree. You can find videos on my channel exposing both. In fact, I don't even think we have a real president. I think we have like a fake actor president. People putting on masks, CGI deep fake Joe. I don't think there is a real Joe Biden right now. But yes, Trump is a puppet of the elites. Anyone here thinking that I'm conservative or a Trump guy? No. They're both puppets, both on the same team. Fuck them all. Fuck all politicians. As far as I'm concerned, I would hang them all up in the same tree. Andrew Jordan says, KO blow to the NFL. Nice job. The NFL is just Khazarian propaganda tool for Euro. Oh, genocide. I'm trying to like read through your code and it's like, I see what you're saying. Genocide and the Great Replacement. So I'll leave that up on screen for people to decipher, but I get where you're going with that. And sometimes I got to watch what keywords I use. That's how they instantly will start manipulating my stream. People have seen me use a few too many keywords in a row. And then a stream starts going haywire. But I'll just leave that up on screen. So I started exposing the NFL, like I said, from the preseason. And then it built to a crescendo to where I feel like they had to do this DeMar thing to deflect people from talking about how fucking fake the football is. So I had to put out a video just recently to show you guys. Remember, it's the fake, the whole football's fake. So they're playing fake football. They're pretending all the players are in on it. Every single player, all of them, in on it. Okay? I don't care what you think. No, it's just the refs. No, it's all the players. They're all in on it. They're all pretending. So that means DeMar, when he got hit, and then he sat on his butt and laid down, he pretended to be injured. So the whole thing's a pretend football game, pretend injury, Pretend, 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 all the way around. So when people start saying, no, he's dead, now we're getting into like set up mainstream theory, like conspiracy theory for mainstream media to deconstruct and make you look like a fool. So here's what's going to go down. The mainstream media is going to deconstruct this whole like, oh, people are thinking that he's dead, but he's not. And then they can just wheel the dude out at any moment and he's alive and it's him. And then you got to double down and say, no, it's a clone. And so, like I was saying, it's pretend. The whole thing's pretend. Nobody knew who DeMar was before this whole thing even started. So let's not act like you know that he's dead. So nobody knew who the fuck this guy was. I was busy destroying the NFL and proving that their product is rigged on so many levels. Destroying their product to where they created this little fuck story and got everybody going in some weird direction while I'm like, dudes, hello, it's all pretend. Pretend football, pretend injury. No, he's not dead. Just because you're anti-vax doesn't mean you get to claim he's dead because of a vax. And if you do, you're being a fucking idiot. I'm telling you, don't fall for it. I'm as anti-vax gets. You can go check my catalog. Been against it the whole way, but I don't assume a guy on TV who plays pretend football took a VAXX and actually died. Because I saw the players pretend cry. Remember when the players pretend cried? So here's the deal. Anyone here who thinks DeMar's dead? Why did the players pretend cry? Why did they all gather around? Are you telling me all the players pretend cried and knew he was dead? They pretend cried, guys. I proved the players pretend cried. So now you have to claim DeMar's dead and they pretend cried. Come on. No. If he died for real, then they would have fucking freaked out. But they didn't. They pretend cried. Remember? Pretend football game, pretend injury, pretend cry. Remember how I proved all that with the Masonic coding and the 3 and the 3 and 33 and the 3 everywhere? Remember how I proved that to the point where they like stopped my videos from going viral? Don't you remember? It's like a couple weeks ago. I went viral, proved everything I just said. That it's pretend. No, Jake. He's dead. And they cloned him. Fuck off with the dead clone shit. That's all I'm going to say. I proved the NFL was fake all goddamn season, and now they're going to pull the like, DeMar's dead and cloned. Ooh, and you're all going to fall for it? Fuck off with that. If you fell for the DeMar's dead and cloned, then go fuck off with yourself. Because I said it was pretend the whole time. Never did I ever say he was dead. So if you're part of the he's dead and cloned camp, go fuck off with that. Just saying. This is the pretend camp. Jake the asshole is in the it's all pretend and bullshit camp. I want to make it super clear. So anybody who keeps showing up in my fucking comment section, bro, the Fauci ouchie took him out, bro. He's dead and they cloned him. Fuck you. You're not part of my camp. Get out of here. Nope. I'm anti-VAXX. But I'm not part of assuming that DeMar's in. No. And I know that's going to ruffle feathers. So here's the deal. If you got duped and you're uncomfortable, sorry. I'm the guy that told you the whole fucking NFL was fake and all the players are actors from the beginning. So if you fell for it and you pushed your anti-vax agenda on DeMar and made this your thing, like he's dead and it was the VAXX and I know it. And this is my cop. Well, you got duped. Sorry. That's what happened. It was a pretend football game, a minor hit. that we've seen a million bajillion times. And we're to believe back when guys used to wear leather helmets that no one ever got hit and suffered commotio cornholioitis. Remember when guys used to wear leather helmets? Oh, you don't, because you weren't alive. Guys used to wear leather helmets and shit, and they used to run into each other full speed on kickoffs. Where was the commotio cornholioitis? Oh, didn't exist, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to assume DeMar's dead because of the VAXX. See how that works? See how I can go both ways? Cut through all the bullshit at once? Ooh, like a fucking ninja. A lot of channels doing damage control. So much damage control. Because I done so much damage. I done so much damage that they have to do damage control. Do you realize that the trolls who are conning you have to do damage control? There are trolls who are conning you, and they have to do damage control because of what Jake the fucking asshole did to the NFL this season. More people know it's fake than ever before in the history of man. Like, people now know it's fucking so rigged now. Their audience is like shrinking as far as people who actually believe it's real. Because of me, I had to change all the fucking rules and nuances and everything this year and change their whole product because of me. Hi, NFL. Just remember, I consumed your product. You fucked me. Figured out it was real, or it was fake. Figured out it was fake. So now I'm exposing you. Instead of figured out it was real. That's how you know it's live. I mess up once in a while during a fucking epic moment of a speech. All right. And with that said, I'm going to guzzle some water because I'm totally thirsty. It's probably poisonous water. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend you consume anything. Everything's fucking poison. Chinese probably took a piss in that gallon right there. I have no idea. How would I know? All right. Dan Pineda says, I think you're drunk and high at the same time. Well, sir, you know what happens when you make an assumption. You make an asset of you, an umption. So don't do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys about ready for a palate cleanser? I'm ready for a palate cleanser. All right. Just to show everybody that there was a time, not long ago, when I used to use my talents for singing purposes rather than YouTubing purposes. It's a weird way to say it. I'm going to play a video of when I used to sing. That's probably a better way of saying it. So I'm going to put it out to you. Which would you guys rather hear? Me sing Jesse's Girl or me sing Jenny 8675309? Let's do a vote right here, right now. Which song would you rather hear? 8675309 Jenny or Jesse's Girl? Vote right now in any way you choose. And the most vote wins that song. Me playing it. Oh man, split crowd. We got some Jessies, got some 867. Jess, 867. Okay, it's looking like 867 slightly in the lead. I got both of them queued up ready to go, so it just depends which 80s song you want to see me sing. It's gonna be close. I knew it would be close. These are both, classic 80s hits. And I gotta tell you, I sing pretty good. Not gonna lie. They paid me to sing these songs at the establishment that night where I recorded these videos. So there's that. Dan Pineda says, "Are you?" Yes, I am. Are you? All right, everybody is. Thanks, Dan Pineda. Okay, by popular demand, Jake sings 8675309. By popular demand, coming straight at you. Or not. Seems like they do that to me every fucking time now. It's like now every single time when I go to play a video, they make me have to restart the whole computer. It's so weird. There's some weird bug now. Every time I go to play a video in a stream, the first time, they're like, nope, you have it all set up. I tested it and everything before we started. Son of a bitch wiener. We'll try Jesse's girl just to see if it's any different. So stupid. Nope. Guess we're not going to see that. I had a couple videos planned. They did this in like the last fucking 3 streams where I have a video ready to go. And then I hit play. Doesn't play. Have to restart the entire system. I'm just not going to do it tonight. So stupid. All right, let me try and pull up a separate window and try and fix it. Guess not. I have it in the background in case it ever, if the video fucking decides to start. So I gotta figure out what the bug is. This happened like the last couple streams. And then I have to restart my whole computer. And then everything works fine. But it's a huge pain in the ass. So for whatever reason, I'll have everything lined up and the video won't play. So for those of you who've seen my last couple streams, like you guys see what I fucking deal with. So I don't know why. Whatever. Christopher Works says use your phone to play this song. It won't be the same. I had a video of me with my old band and everything lined up, and it's not playing. Just spooling. If at any point it fucking comes on, then I guess we'll watch it. So sorry to get your hopes up right there, only to not do either one. So I don't know how to fucking transition out of that super smoothly without my fucking video footage that I wanted to show you. I start to get upset, and then I realize, like, okay, this has happened like 3 times now. So there's some weird thing that makes me have to start the whole fucking system over to play the videos while I'm in a live stream. That's so stupid. I don't understand why that. It never was like that, but like 3 streams ago, it started doing that. So stupid. Rose says ban cock. Yeah, we need to ban all the cocks here. Just me says don't worry, bro. Jake, you could go on a marathon and think about a solution, and I'm sure you would have one when you got back. Dude, no way. That's just a weird thing to say. I would never run a marathon. I don't have that kind of stamina. Are you crazy? If I jogged around the block, I'd be probably dead. Smoked too many damn bowls. Bradkins Raw says live performance. Yeah, I guess we just got to keep it live and raw because my video is still spooling. So weird. I had everything lined up, tested it before I went live and everything real quick. Nope. Dan Pineda says, dude, there's a green light behind you. Like, don't let it take you up to space and get abducted by them. See, watch. It changes. See? Sound activated. Now it's blue. See? See? All right, here's the deal. if I restart the computer, the screen goes black, and then I come back in like 2-3 minutes, and then usually all the videos seem to like work and everything eventually works. I can do that, or we can just forget it. But just letting you guys know, if we want to do videos, I can shut down the computer, start it over. The screen will go black for like 2-3 minutes, and then I'll be back. So if you guys want to do that, I can show you some videos and shit. So Chris Kazam says, your NFL vengeance reminds me of Milk Jar revenge his damaging veganism experience by eating raw animals at their public events. Svidia reference. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate Chris Kazam for the donation. For anybody wondering. Okay, so I'll give everyone a quick bathroom break moment. We'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. The screen's going to go black. I'm going to come back. I'm going to restart my computer so that I can play videos. They've been doing this to me like the last 3-4 streams. So we'll be right back after a moment of screen blackness. And we're back. Don't know why I have to shut down my damn computer to show you guys a video, but now I know ahead of time, like, shut down my computer in practice and restart it before I go. Now I have to restart my computer before I go live to make sure that I don't have to do this. So stupid. But we're back. Now, fingers crossed we can make this happen. Fingers crossed we can make this happen. Who's still here? Andrew Jordan says, Jake, they're jealous that I'm your favorite. Oh, I love all my hardcore subs out there. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jake fan base, the Jake family, what have you. We have a very open-minded chat. People, from around the world follow this channel. People in not only America, but Canada and Europe and Australia, anywhere where people speak English and understand English. There's people following this channel. And so we got people all over the world, all sorts of different opinions and experiences coming together. One thing we have in common is we're pretty much all against the government and the establishment as it is. We're pretty much all anti-VAXX. I mean, there's probably not many people here that are pro jib jab in my crowd. So we're all pretty much united in the same front that we know the government's full of shit. We know we're being lied to. We know the news is fucking lies and propaganda. All right. About 99% of my audience, I would guess, is unjib jabbed and against the jib jab. So, welcome to the family if you are new here. All right. So we'll get this party started again. I had a video lined up that I was supposed to show, but YouTube was like, "No, you have to start your computer over." Hopefully it works this time. So without further ado, here's me singing Jenny 867. Please work. Something I can hold on to. I know you think that I'm like the others before. You saw your name and number on the wall. Say I got your number. I need to make you mine. Say I'll change your number. 8675309. 8675309. 8675309. Sing it, Jenny, don't leave a girl for me. You don't know me, but you make me so happy. Well, I tried to call you before, but I lost my nerve. I tried my imagination, but I was disturbed. Hold it. Yeah, I got your number. I need to make you mine. Yeah, I'll change your number. 8675309. 8675309. She's like 8675309. Hey! I got your number on the wall. I got it for a good time. For a good time. Call today. Call today. Well, tell me, who can I turn to? For the price of the time, I can always turn to you. 867 5309. 867 5309. 867 5309. There you go. Little Jenny 867. I knew we could get it to work if I just restarted my whole damn computer, right? See, it's better late than never, right? And for those of you who are wanting Jesse's Girl, I still got that one lined up. And now that the videos are working, I can totally play Jesse's Girl on the next song break. David Yount says, now the Joe Biden song. I can do a little a cappella if you'd like. Joe Biden loves to touch little children. Joe Biden loves to grope up on some women. Joe Biden loves to touch little children even on TV. Joe Biden loves to grope on a women. Well, creepy Joe, he's losing all control, making all the women and children feel uncomfortable. He whispers in her ear, tell her something she don't want to hear. She pulls away from Joe and fear. Joe Biden loves to touch little children even on TV. All right, there's a little a cappella for you. If you want to hear the rest, I have the video on the channel. Just showing you I can perform live without a band if I need to. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Kevalev, auto-tune is for industry plants. What the industry wants is you to think that auto-tune sounds cool and that singing in tune doesn't matter. So they trick you into thinking singing is something anyone can do, and that you just have this fucking auto-tune shit, and that's the cool hip sound. So even if you suck at singing, slap a little auto-tune on it and you're badass. No, if you fucking suck, you can't slap anything on it and be cool. I'm sorry. If you suck and you can't hold a tune and you don't have fucking talent, you can't depend on auto-tune. And if you do, that means you suck and you're an industry plant, and fuck you. That's the way I look at it. So the bands that I go watch, personally, like bands I spend my money on and go watch nowadays, no auto-tune. In fact, I go watch old-ass bands. Like I've told you guys, I'll go watch Blue Oyster Cult at like the county fair and be like, fuck yeah, this is a real rock and roll band. Yeah, right? So I'm totally against any sort of auto-tuning your voice to anything. I'm all about having the talent to sing whatever tune you artistically want to express. So if you can't artistically express that tune, well, maybe that's because you're lacking talent. And so auto-tune is for fucking cheaters and frauds. Now, when you use auto-tune on my voice and I sing in tune, it doesn't fucking do all that weird fluctuating because I'll sing a song in tune, so the auto-tune doesn't have to do all that shit. So I know what it's like to purposely sing out of tune so that the auto-tune can do its thing. Rapture ready. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. If you guys are having fun still, smash the thumbs up. We're just Saturday night live in it. Saturday night streaming. Surprise. Saturday night live stream. So thumbs up the thumbs up button, if you will, so that Al Gore and his rhythm are pleased. Al Gore created a rhythm and he likes it when you hit the thumbs up. That's all I've heard. Al Gore has been hard at work with this rhythm that he created, the Al Gore rhythm, and it likes it when you hit the thumbs up, or so I've been told. If you don't agree, then that means Man Bear Pig is going to eat your family. So, better get at it. All right, for those of you who chose Jesse's Girl, I got Jesse's Girl too. Some people chose Jesse's Girl, and I don't want them to think that they got left out in the cold. Whoa. That was a false start. I wasn't ready yet, Jake. It's a little bit of a false start. Gotta wait until everyone's ready. All right. So here I am singing Jesse's Girl.
Dedicated to all the pretty ladies! Where the pretty ladies at? Here we go, y'all! Yes, you want your friends in mine. Well, I'm going to spend the night in mine. Something changed in the heart and the fight. Just see Johnny to you, and I want to make her mine. And she watching him with those eyes. And she loved him with that body up to school. And he told her in his arms late at night. You know I wish it on Jesse's Girl. I'm wishing on Jesse's Girl. Ninos, are you still having fun? I played one of I feel so dirty when they start talking to you. But tell me that I love you, but the phone is popping. Just watching them with those eyes. They should learn from that body I'm just stolen. And it's all over the radio, sounds like late at night. You know I got to have a Jesse's girl. I wish that I was Jesse's girl. So tell me, what can I find in a woman like that? Not a Jesse's girl. I wish that I was Jesse's girl. Tell me, can I find in a woman like that? What can I find in a woman like that? Oh! All the time. What she'll say. Tell me, what can I find in a woman like that? Jesse's girl. Said I'm a Jesse's girl. Said I'm a Jesse's girl. Tell me, oh, tell me, where can I find a woman like that? Ow! That's some noise! Make some noise!
Oh, good times, memories. I miss doing that. I haven't played at that joint in quite a few years now, but it was a lot of fun. Oh boy. Just showing you guys, who are new here, what sort of individual I am, and sort of stuff I do and where I come from, so that you understand, who's delivering this message to you. Oh, thank you, Adam Bartlett. Thank you, Jonna. Oh, thank you, Andy. Glad you guys enjoyed. So I did promise you those two songs, so there you go. I delivered. All right, got people asking about the football games. Here's the deal. I'm about done picking games. I don't want this channel to be about who I said wins or loses. The message was that it's pretend. And if I can admit my own mistake, I probably shouldn't have done any picks. I probably should have just kept that to myself and just exposed the league. So if I could take it back and do it again, I wouldn't have picked any of the games and just left it as it was, me exposing the games. So no more picks. If you were to ask me who I think wins it all, I still think the 49ers win it all. And if I'm wrong, so be it. I'm done with picks. No more pick specials. No more picks. So we're done with that. And I'll admit that me trying to get out in front of the NFL and predict all their little fucking outcomes, it was too much. I should have just left it at exposing that their product is rigged and phony, and not try and get out in front of like every little game and prediction. And it was too much. And I started having to do all this like work online to figure out which way they might rig it. And then when I'm wrong, I feel bad. So no more picks. So anyone thinking I'm trying to shill for the NFL and get you to lose, well, I'm not doing picks anymore. So good luck with that message. But if you put a gun to my head and said, who do you think will win the whole thing? I would guess, pure guess, that the 49ers win the whole thing. And if I'm wrong, oh well. It's still rigged and phony, and I still fucked them up. Kind of like being wrong about the Royal Rumble. I thought someone else might win the Royal Rumble, and I was wrong about who I thought might win the Royal Rumble. Doesn't mean the Royal Rumble's real. So anyone like, oh, the NFL's real because the Bills didn't go to the Super. No, the NFL's fake no matter what they do, no matter what outcome, no matter how ugly or shitty the games are. It is fake, no matter what. So don't try and talk yourself into like, oh, well, since the Bills didn't win the Super Bowl, that's how you know it's not rigged. People are trying to push that narrative. Bullshit. No, it's fake the whole way. So I proved that. We're coming to an end of the season. We can move on from the NFL content. And I'm ready to move on. I don't know about you guys, but I am sick of fake football. So ready to move on. No, I haven't. And he said he used my video again. I remember he told me he used my video, and I totally fucking didn't go look into it. All right. I'm going to write myself a note. I'm going to look into this motherfucker. And if he's using my work in a way I don't appreciate, which is probably for sure going to happen, then I'm going to ask him to get rid of it. All right. So now I wrote it down so I can remind myself. Thanks for reminding me, David. Jordan Terrazas says, what's next after the NFL? So I mainly expose fake news, propaganda, fake space missions, what have you. So any sort of government-run bullshit, psyop, scam, what have you, I'm usually there to tell you that it's fake, you know. And then that's been pretty much the bread and butter of this channel. And the NFL was something I did this year. So now that that's going on the back burner, I just figure I'll just focus more on other worldly events. Because there's a lot of people who are sick of the football shit, as I am. And there are people who don't care about football that are hoping that I get back to regular content, which I used to do. And there's some people who might have even given up on me thinking I'm a football channel now, and that is not the case. So it's only been like 4 months, and the NFL's on its way out for a whole season, whole off season. I'm ready to not talk about them. Oh, I'm not working on anything. I explained at the very beginning, that's an air conditioning unit that I'm getting. So they're putting air conditioning into my office to where I can control physically my own temperature, which is good. Because before, it was not controlled by me. And then on weekends where I'm here maybe alone and no one else is at the office, it was off and really hot. So I can chill the shit out of my room. I can turn it on to like 65 degrees in the middle of summer. So yeah, air conditioning is what that is. And I'm totally not working on it because I don't have any sort of skill when it comes to doing that. The guys that do that are the opposite of me. It's kind of like working on cars. Any sort of hard work, I just don't do it. So like this guy was like explaining like, oh man, this is all fucked up. We need to go up there and we need to da-da-da. And I'm like, whatever, dude. I have no idea. And then he looks at what I'm doing on the screen. He's like, you make money on YouTube? I'm like, yeah. It beats doing that, at least in my opinion. Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting air conditioning. It actually looks like a cool setup because I was watching wrestling earlier. I was watching the Royal Rumble, so it looks like it's part of my setup for wrestling for a championship match, right? Ooh, it's a ladder match. It's a ladder match. Jake versus the imaginary opponent. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to beat your ass. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 yeah. Something like that. See? I could be the champion if they let me. If they were to let me go on there, I'd be the greatest ever. But they won't. They're assholes and they're satanic. So they won't let me be the star of their shit. But if WWE was a cool company, ran by Jesus and shit, then they would have Jake the asshole be the number one guy. But since they aren't and they're satanic and they're fucking assholes, they won't let me, Jake the asshole, be the star of their show. So fuck them. Just kidding. Or am I? That's worth a good laugh. Come on, how many YouTubers you know tonight climbed up a ladder and did an elbow drop onto nothing? Right? I almost hurt myself, but I'm really good at pretending. See? Those of you out there thought I was actually in a real fight against myself. See, I'm so good at pretending. There's people out there that thought I was really actually gonna fight myself. And they were actually scared when I was climbing that ladder that I was gonna fucking jump and elbow drop against myself. Whew, I was kidding. See? Sports entertainment. It's acting. See? I did that to show you guys how fake it is. All right. There you go. That's part of the comedy routine. Some comedy. Some comedy if you're catching on here. A little bit of comedy. Rapture Ready says, watching Royal Rumble, aka NFL. It's the same thing. NFL, WWE, it's the same shit now, right? It might as well be pro wrestlers playing football. In fact, I even heard the WWE mention that George Kittle is like a WWE wrestler. And there's pictures of George Kittle posing with different WWE wrestlers. So it's not too far out of the imagination that a guy like Kittle, who they purposely leave open, purposely miss tackles and let him score, make him look like the best tight end who ever lived. Reason to believe that maybe, just maybe, he has a big game tomorrow, today. We're into today, I guess, now. So maybe Kittle has a good game today. I don't know, just saying. Sports entertainment. I could be wrong. Maybe he has a big game today and in the Super Bowl. I don't know. Just saying. Amsterdam, Pattaya, Thailand says, so Jake, maybe look at the disarm video from the school pow pow and expose it. Well, we went over the Monterey Park shooting the other night. So we went over that whole deal, I want to say last week, from start to finish, and we pretty much dissected that. So I'm not sure which one you're talking about, if it's the same one or a different one, but there's so many fake shootings that they're all the same to me. So many fake shootings. It's hard to keep track of all the fake details, which is the way they like it. Yeah, I'm not sure who wins tomorrow. My guess, like I said, is the 49ers win the whole thing. That's my guess. Total fucking guess. Not saying for sure. And here's the deal. The storylines are like this. Andy Reid versus his old team is Chiefs versus Eagles. So if it's Chiefs versus Eagles, then it's Andy Reid versus his old team. Ooh. Okay, so there's that storyline. If it's 49ers and Bengals, then it's Bengals 49ers for the third time. So it's like a repeat from the 80s. So Bengals 49ers has that rematch factor. All right. 49ers Chiefs also has a rematch factor from a few years ago. So they could do 49ers Chiefs and have the 49ers beat the Chiefs. No one's really talking about that as much. So I suspect we could have 49ers Chiefs, 49ers win, and even the score against the Chiefs for the one that the Chiefs won a couple years ago. That's a storyline no one's really talking about. Then you have the least storyline, like the one that's has the least amount of story to it, let's say, is the Bengals versus Eagles. So if Bengals and Eagles go, there's not like a story. I can't see like the main storyline there. So that's the one that's unexpected that they could do. So they could do the least expected one that doesn't have a storyline attached because that's how desperate they might be. So they might go Bengals Eagles, which is stupid in my opinion, but they might do that. The NFL's getting desperate to like not look rigged. So they might go with like the least expected no storyline Eagles Bengals bullshit. So all the other ones have a storyline. The only one that doesn't is Eagles Bengals. So take from that what you will. I still feel like 49ers win the whole fucking thing because they have so many recognizable players. And there's a streak with the 49ers going in. There's also a streak with the Bengals going in. So if they have Bengals 49ers go, there's a winning streak where one team has to win. So there you go. Just laid it out for you. I'm done with picks after this season's over. Like I said, I think 49ers win the whole thing. And if I'm wrong, whatever. Don't care. Yes, what really matters is Scott Kelly's a fucking liar and NASA doesn't go to outer space. Space is fake. Every damn space mission from the moon landings to the current International Space Station crew, completely fake. Bullshit to make you think that you're on a spinning globe shooting through space. Your whole existence is up for grabs. It's not just fake football. It's not just the fake presidency. It's not just whether to be jabbed or unjabbed. Your whole damn existence and where you live is up for grabs. Where do you really live? Do you really think you live on a planet shooting through space that came into existence because of a magical explosion? That sounds about as plausible as, I don't know, a tornado whipping through a junkyard and assembling cars that work out of broken down parts. Indeed. So, one of the reasons I started this channel was to point out that space is fake. Outer space, as we know it, as we're told, is fake. So, then the question is, well, what is this place that we live in? And they have a trap set up, which is the fake flat Earth model with the circle map and the circle sun and the dome. And that's there to deceive you as well. So, the globe is there to deceive you. And then they have a fake flat Earth model there to deceive you. So if you're smart enough to figure out that both those things are wrong, then you might be smart enough to realize you don't know where the fuck we live, neither do I. And that's the smartest place to be standing if you're a regular person, not knowing what the hell this place is. Because as the data suggests, we're not on a globe and we're not on a circle thing with a circle sun. So those things are gone. So what the hell is this place and what the hell is going on? That's the core message of this channel, is that I'm still trying to figure out what the hell this place is and how it all works. Meanwhile, I'm trying to teach you guys what I know while I figure it out, and take ideas from you, knowing that none of you know for sure either. And yes, Andy, I have done battle with every internet shill there is. When you start talking about the Earth not being a globe, you'll have shills of every sort come after you. Everyone from Simon Dan to you name it, man. These globe cucks. So I've had channels come after me the minute I started talking about the Earth not being a globe. And then I've also had the channels that consider themselves flat Earth channels. Once I exposed that the circle map is wrong, then they started coming after me. So I have both. It's a weird position for Jake the Asshole. I have both globe people come after me and your typical flat Earth circle map people come after me. And I'm the dude telling you it's neither one of those things. And I don't know what it is. So Stinky Cash is just another one of those goons waving around that circle map, which doesn't work and doesn't make sense. It's made to be debunked. The circle map was there to intercept you when you figure out that the Earth isn't a ball. They have the circle map to intercept you. They have a cult like Jaron, Dave Weiss, the whole AE map crew with their conferences and their meetings and all this shit. They're there to intercept you when you figure out the Earth isn't a ball, so that you're on the path to nowhere. You're going in a circle on a debunked map that still isn't right. So it's hard to explain to people who are just now waking up to this. The Earth isn't a ball, and it's not a flat thing with a sun going in a circle. There's something else way more magical going on here. And if you look at the data that we're given and you look at your own experiences as a human, you can see that we're being lied to on epic proportions about every little thing. So for me to have to teach the world all the things that are wrong while admitting that I don't know what's truly right is a very hard task. If any of that makes sense. And I have tons of videos on all of that I just said. So if you're wondering why the circle map doesn't work, I've got videos that show you exactly why. I've done entire live streams dedicated why the flat circle map doesn't work. I have entire streams dedicated to why the globe model doesn't work. So all that exists already on my channel. And those of you who've been following, we're to the point where this world has too many magical coincidences and things going on that absolutely defy the globe model, and they don't make sense on the fucking circle model either. To where I don't know what this place is, and I don't even know how to go about figuring it out. I don't even know anybody on the right path to even trying to figure it out without just assuming and making up a whole bunch of guesses and assumptions, which I don't like to do too much. When it comes to the shape of the world, I don't like to create an entire model that I've never explored or proven. Whereas other channels will create an entire model and tell you that's what it is without them ever actually proving any of it. So the whole deal about talking about the Earth not being a globe is very tricky because I don't know what it is. And people always want that answer from me. Well, Jake, tell us what it is. And I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but I have proven over and over again it isn't a globe, and it's not that flat circle fucking thing. And I've got a ton of videos on that. If you're interested in any of that, I have a flat Earth catalog that is unlike anyone else's. Rapture Ready says, Jake, I enjoy your channel content. I really hope you believe in Jesus. When it comes to God, I have my own conflicting opinions. I am of the creation camp. So I'm totally for the earth being created and there being some sort of creator. However, when it comes to saying who it is or what's the true God or whatnot, that I don't know. So I don't claim that Jesus is the one God. I don't claim that Allah is the one God or Buddha or any of that. I just say that this reality has to be created by something, and it wasn't done by accident or a magical explosion. And the story we're given about evolution is absolute horseshit. So obviously the earth is created. By who and by what, I don't know. And so I don't claim to know it's for sure the story in the Bible or for sure that it's the story of any religious book. And so I look at all that as evidence, and then I look at my own experiences here alive in the world, and it seems like I am of the side of good, doing battle with the side that is evil. And it seems to me that there are a shitload of organic living creatures who are either on the bad side or the good side, and we're all living out a giant battle. So it's like there's a giant battle between good and evil, and we're all God and we're all Satan. So the bad guys are all Satan and the good guys are all God. So I feel like in a way I am God, you are God. And if you're on that evil side, well, then you are Satan. And we're all playing out this part organically in this big giant game. At least that's the way I see it. I can't tell you for sure who the hell runs this show. I'm still trying to figure that out, whether they're even human or not. All I know is I have this insatiable urge to do what I'm doing, tell you guys what I know and how I'm thinking. And I don't see anyone else doing it like I'm doing it. And so I feel like I'm in this like battle against the bad guys, and me exposing this knowledge is how I fight the bad guys. And so when I finish one video, I always feel like, well, what's the next thing I need to do? What's the next thing I need to expose? And it's just a never-ending battle that I feel that I have to fight. I'm sure I'll take 2-3 days off, but it nags at me in the back of my mind that I have to put up something and expose this system. If a week or two goes by and I haven't made a video, trust me, it nags at the back of me. So as much as I like to have a day off and not think about YouTube, there's something that makes me do this. And it isn't money, because there ain't much to be made on YouTube at the conspiracy level. And if you start talking conspiracies, your videos get demonetized. So mainly there's this weird urge that I can't explain where I have to do this. And I do it because it just has to happen. Like tonight. I don't know why the fuck I even went live or did this. It just happened. So sometimes I'll be looking at what's going on in the world and be like, aha, I'll make a video about that. And then other times it's like this intuition, like I feel like, oh, I need to talk about this one specific thing because a specific thing needs to be exposed. And so if a week goes by and I haven't made a video, it's usually like me thinking like, what should I do? Like, what next thing should I put out? What direction should I go in? So now that football is closing, I'm going to go back into my regular content. But I always wonder, like, okay, what's the next step for me, Jake the Asshole? I've conquered fake space, fake sports, fake news. I've done this 1,000 times, basically. So, what is next? And even I don't know. So sometimes I just have to go, well, I'll just wait till tomorrow and see what happens. See what stupid shit goes on in the world. And then I'll make a video depending on what happens. So sometimes I run out of ideas, and then I just gotta wait for some shenanigans to go down so that I can fucking talk about talk about that. Good question. What happens when people realize they're screwed? Most people are too caught up in they're too caught up in their brainwashed sheeple lives. I don't know any other way to say it. Most people are sheeple, and they won't figure out how bad they're being screwed, except on a minute level. So they'll realize, oh, I'm getting screwed on taxes because of this state or these laws, but they won't see the full picture and realize they're getting screwed on every level. And it ties all the way back to the government that they're not even thinking about. So a lot of people just aren't even thinking about who's really in control and what's really going on, and they see the two-party system as being real. So there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, Trump's going to come back and fix everything." So it's hard to tell people how bad they're being screwed when they're programmed to have hope by the next government puppet. So, for instance, Trump coming back offers hope to a bunch of government or to a bunch of sheeple who think that Trump's going to come back and fight against the government. So there's a bunch of people like, if Trump comes back and becomes president, are going to be like, yeah, the good guys are winning. He's going to put all those bad guys in Guantanamo Bay. I've heard that a lot. Trump's going to put all the bad guys. He's putting them bad guys in Guantanamo Bay. I've heard that. So no political figure is on your side. Nobody's coming to save you. But they can trick people into having hope that the good guys are out there fighting the battle behind the scenes. And a lot of people have taken that bait, that there's good guys fighting a battle behind the scenes. So most guys will just go to work, do their slave job, and they'll be appeased by somebody like Trump being president. And then they'll just bitch and moan when somebody like Biden is president. And then they'll watch some football, yell and scream at the TV. And they'll just die, not knowing how bad they were screwed. So aliens, as we are told, are fake, like the ones that come out of the sky and attack Earth and stuff like in the movies. That's fake. But you have to look at it from a different perspective. Like, what if there's a creature out there that's smarter than humans that doesn't want to do battle with us on any sort of battlefield because they're too smart? And so we're creatures who have fingers, hands, legs. You know, we can run, we can create weapons, we can fight back. We're not the type of creatures you would want to like do battle with, since there's a shitload. And so if you were an alien species and you were going to try and take over the world, and you weren't of the space alien variety that we've been told about in the movies, it would make more sense for you to pretend to be one of us, infiltrate humans and take over from within and enslave humanity from within without ever letting them know who and what you are. So the space aliens that are like, we're here to kill you, that's fake. But imagine, if you will, a species of human that's just smarter and not quite human, something else. alien, if you will, who doesn't want to do battle and instead just wants to turn us into slaves. So they can easily enslave a bunch of useful idiot humans rather than having to do that whole fighting thing that we've been shown in the movies. So I figure if there was a race of intelligent beings smarter than humans, it would make more sense that they don't let us know what's going on. And they take over from within and lead us all astray in every direction, right? So that's the way I see it. That's only if there is some other sort of alien species that does exist. And I'm like I said, I don't believe in the kind that come from outer space so much, but there could be something non-human that is running this place, and I don't know what. I'm just putting it out there. Something other than humans could very well run this joint, and they probably don't want you or I to know what it is or how it works. All right, Tyler says Jake turtle shells have the lunar calendar on their back, 364 days a year. Do they? Shit, that's news to me. I didn't even know that. So what does that mean? So what do you get from that? I don't know where you go from that point. But thank you for the donation. So we're given names like Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and indeed that Rothschilds family. You can see they're super wealthy and they've been around for many a generation. It would make sense that they're going to do whatever they can to stay in power. So I question if the technology exists, if the possibility exists for a Rothschild to pass and then put their knowledge into a new body so that they regain all the smarts and the know-how and experience in their next body. So when a Rothschild gets to be 90, 100 years old and they have a withered, shitty old body, can they somehow, have they figured out how to pass that consciousness into the next body and then continue living with the same smarts in a new, fresh body? So I wonder about stuff like that. Like, can a Rothschild theoretically stay living for hundreds of years just by having their consciousness go into the next body? And is that somehow, in my wildest dreams, is it possible? Well, in my wildest dreams, yeah. So if all the money in the world could engineer something like that to be literally possible, then why not? So if I was the most powerful, richest person in the world and I didn't want to die, and I wanted to find out how to put my mind into the next body that I was going to use, well, I would probably spend a lot of fucking money, as much as necessary, to figure out how to do that. So if I had unlimited money, and if I was a Rothschild, I would want to know how to stay alive forever. And I had enough money to try and figure that out. And if blowing it all is meaningless in the end, why not try? So if they have unlimited funding and an imagination to stay alive, why the fuck wouldn't they have figured out how to put their consciousness into the next living body? Why not? If I can think it, then why the fuck can't the most powerful people in the world who have all the money that ever existed figure out how to, like, take their brain, pop it into the next body, and continue walking around with a new 20-year-old body? Just saying. Now, that's where some people get like, no, that's impossible. When all the money in the world is at stake, like the Rothschilds have literally like unlimited money and their imagination, why wouldn't they have like 100 people trying to figure out how to beat death. If you could pay 100 people 24 hours a day to figure out how to reanimate a dead body and beat death, right? Transfer consciousness. If you could fucking pay people to do that all day, why wouldn't you? If you had unlimited money, why wouldn't you do that? Just saying. Jake, it's impossible. Is it impossible if you have unlimited money and can get people to work on it unlimited hours for your benefit? I'm always on to something. I'm always a step ahead of everybody, even myself. Sometimes even I don't know where I'm going with this. And then I teach myself, oh, fuck, that's where I was going. I am on to something here, huh? Sometimes the words come out without me even thinking of them. That's why when I told you this is like a insatiable urge to do this. It's like the truth just starts coming out and I can't stop it. What are you guys talking about? You guys talking about something different in the chat? You know, a lot of people are afraid to die. What happens if you just repeat this cycle over again, but your mind is wiped clean? What if it's a never-ending loop? So instead of going to heaven or hell, you just get sent into another body to repeat this same thing again with a new set of problems. Huh? You ever think of that? You die here, they send you into a new body, and then you repeat this puzzle. A whole new set of problems, whole new life. Maybe we're all organic matter playing out moves in a giant chess game, right? Between good and evil, and we're all just little pieces on a chessboard playing out these little parts. I don't know. I know there's more to it than what we're told. But how far does the rabbit hole go? I guess that's up to you. David Yount says DMT gets released when you die, so open that third eye. Yeah, I have had two extreme experiences with that drug, and it changed my life and the way I think, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that all meant, because it was so powerful and so focused, and trying to put it into words is super difficult. And the more time that goes by, it's even harder to explain to people what happened to me. But basically, I had two experiences with that drug. One in my bedroom, where I uncontrollably started screaming, and everybody who lived at that house got freaked out by my behavior that night. So I had one super powerful experience in my bedroom. The walls turned into a grid pattern and fractured away, and I felt like this was like my purpose in life, and my meaning was to live in this moment And I was like, oh, I always knew this awesome thing was going to happen. So it was like, as it was happening, the wall fucking fracturing away and me like shooting out of the fucking like room, like, oh yeah, I knew this was going to happen. It was weird. It was almost like an expected thing that made my life feel complete. It was almost like an event that I'd been yearning for and knew that was going to happen, and then it finally happened. And I can't explain why or how, but anyway. So once I came down from that and realized, oh shit, I'm still here in this body, I got to try that again. So then I went outside and I decided to do that drug outside next to our river. And holy shit, I did a little bigger of a hit. So I vaporized a hit of the DMT, a big one. And within like 5 seconds, I was in what seemed to be like my own version of heaven. And I jumped into the river and started swimming. So trying to explain what swimming in a river is like when you're full-blown DMT tripping is like, I can't come up with the right words. But let's just say it was fucking awesome. And I don't know how to explain it. It was like I was returning back to the water where like I was, I don't know, like I had this awesome ability to like swim, and like I was swimming super fast and I felt like I was at home inside this liquid. It was really weird. And then towards the end of that trip, I started to feel like I was going to drown. And then I thought I was supposed to drown. So then I was like, oh, cool. This is how my life ends. I drown here in this river. Okay. So then I'm like sitting in the bottom of this river, and I'm like, I'm not sucking down any water or actually like drowning. I'm just thinking like, okay, now I die. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I'm not dead. Oh, wait, my dog's still at home. So then I come up to the surface and I swim over to the side. And I'm like, what in the fuck just happened? I'm like looking around like, where am I and how the hell did I end up here? And I was like, oh yeah, I took a hit of that shit. Then I realized like, oh fuck, I'm all wet and I'm out at the river. Like, how the fuck did I end up here? Where's my car keys? What's going on? So then I find all my shit, my car keys and all my shit that I had. I swam like, I don't know, half a mile down the river, tripping my balls off. Had this moment where like I was God. So if I could make sense of it, it was like I was God. I had my moment where like I realized I was the creator and this whole thing was created by me, which is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And it made all the sense in the world in that moment. And then as the trip was ending, and then I was in the middle of a fucking river, and I thought I was going to die. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm supposed to die here. This is how I'm supposed to die. So I just like went to the bottom, and then I realized, no, I'm not drowning. I'm totally not drowning. What am I doing? So then I fucking swam out of it. It was so weird. To this day, I'm still wondering like how the fuck I had such a powerful and most awesome experience, and how I like swam and did all that without actually like drowning, without swallowing any water. So being under full influence of DMT, I swam for like half a mile, never swallowed any water, never actually almost drowned. But in my head, I thought I was going to drown. So fucking crazy. It had to be the craziest DMT trip anyone ever had, to go swimming and then think you're going to like die and then be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm dead. And be like, is this the afterlife? What now? And then be like, oh, this isn't the afterlife. Wait a minute. So I totally like visited the other side and then realized it wasn't my time, and then came back. Now I'm here trying to explain the whole thing. Let me tell you what, trying to explain a DMT trip fucking sucks because it's not explainable. So everything I just said totally does not do justice to what actually happened to me that day. And if you've ever taken a hit of it, then you probably understand why I can't fucking explain it. And if you've never taken a hit of it, then you won't understand at all. So let me put this into perspective. if you take a hit of DMT, the real deal, within like 10 seconds, you won't even know that you did that. And you'll be flabbergasted by the fact that you're tripping your balls off and you can't understand what's going on. So within seconds, you will forget that you took a hit. And that's what happened to me both times. Forgot that I was even on the drug. So if you ever do it, don't think that you're going to be cognizant of what's going on. Not like mushrooms or acid. If you eat mushrooms or acid, you're like, whoa, I'm frying my balls off on acid. Not like DMT. If you take a big hit of DMT, holy fuck, you're not even going to know that you did it. You're going to just be flabbergasted why you're in a new galaxy with all these different beings. You're not even going to understand how you got there. And if anyone tries to be like, oh, bro, calm down. You just took a hit of this stuff. That won't work. So rationalizing to somebody once they've taken a hit of DMT that they took a hit won't matter. For a good 5 to 10 minutes, they're not going to even understand that they're on a drug. And I've taken all kinds of drugs. So I've taken acid and been like, whoa, I'm on acid. And that's why that fucking guy looks so weird. The wall's melting because I took acid. DMT is different. If you take a hit of DMT, you won't even know that you did it. You'll be like, what the fuck? What? Huh? How? Huh? Huh? That's all. You won't even be able to understand how you got to where you're at until you come out of it. And then you'll come out of it like this. You'll be like, what? Dude, that was crazy. You'll just come out of it randomly. So anyone who's ever taken that shit knows what I'm talking about. And anyone who hasn't taken it, here's the deal. You're going to take it when you die, whether you like it or not. So there's a substance. It's going to happen to you when you die. And holy shit, you're not going to be ready for it. And it's going to be completely unexpected when you die and it happens to you. But you'll be ready for it if you smoke a hit while you're still alive. So if while you're alive, you smoke a hit of dimethyltryptamine, and then you trip your balls off like what I just told you about, you'll be more ready for what's in store for you when you kick the bucket, if that makes sense. So when we kick the bucket, our brain releases DMT. The same shit that you can find in different plants and living creatures and what have you, and convert it into a smokable form. So basically you're smoking the spirit molecule of your own life, if that makes any sense. So it's not like any other drug. It's way different. And basically it will take you to the place that I'm pretty sure you're going to go to when you die, or that you come from when you're born. So wherever the place you come from is before you're born and where you go when you die, that's kind of the place that you go to when you take a big ass hit of DMT. And trying to explain what you see and what happens there is different for every person and damn near unexplainable. And I did not make any of that up. So I have had, like I said, 2 experiences with that drug where, holy shit, left this place and went to some other place. And what I came back with, I'm God. Why? I don't know. Am I the God that you read about in your book? No, I'm not. Am I saying that because I'm narcissistic? No. When I took that shit, it was expressed to me that I am God. So it makes me think we're all God. Or we're all the devil. One or the other. We're fighting it out. All I can say is that's what happened to me. People say, where do you get it from? Well, it finds you. When you're ready, it will find you. And holy shit, it will wipe the smile right off your face. If you're laughing at what I'm talking about and you've never tried it, the laughter will be wiped off your face real quick. My words will seem extra relevant and powerful once you come back from that trip. You'll be like, oh, now I get what Jake is talking about. Rapture Ready says, have you noticed how they have been talking more and more about UFO sightings? It's because the rapture happens, they are going to blame it on alien abductions. It's not aliens, it's the rapture. Yeah, ever since everyone got cameras and cell phones, really good UFO footage has plummeted. So I remember in the 80s and 90s, UFOs was a big deal. And in the early days of YouTube, the UFO thing was big. But the better people's cameras get, you know, P900s and shit, Nikon fucking P1000s or whatever, it's getting harder and harder to have fucking UFO footage because we can pick it apart now. So if you make a fake UFO video, it's getting super easy for guys like me to point out how fake it is. So the UFO thing's kind of fallen off. And so that's one thing that was a big deal when I was a kid, UFOs, whereas now I don't hear near as much talk about it. Now, the government does have some spacecrafts that they aren't going to show us on a daily basis. So the government could test fly some UFO. And so I'm not going to say there aren't flying objects that are different than what you're accustomed to. The government can totally fly any sort of fucking wacky thing. And then you'll be like, aliens, it's a UFO. So therefore aliens. So it behooves the government to actually have spacecrafts that are fucking like flying saucer shaped and actually do a few fucking like things where they have military craft fucking purposely get sighted so that they can fuel those conspiracy theories purposely. Then there's just a shitload of fake videos as well. So don't put it past your government to purposely have flying craft that they have get seen on purpose to create those theories. We're to the point now where like UFOs, like, come on, if there's some sort of space aliens who are super advanced, they're not gonna like fly around and get noticed by us. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be that rudimentary. Some guy says, bruh, I literally took a field trip to the International Space Station in Texas. International Space Station in Texas. Think about what you just said. Do you really think school is giving out fake information that space is real? Yes. Most everything taught in public schools is bullshit. And just because you visited some facility in Houston doesn't mean you visited the actual space station. There is no space station in outer space because the space station is fake. If you believe there's a real space station, you might as well just believe in Santa Claus. And you might as well believe that the NFL is playing real football. Nobody has any reason to lie about anything. Nobody's ever lied about anything. Everything you've ever heard on TV is totally real and legit. So go suck your thumb and get the fuck out of my chat. John is still here, still laughing. Glad you guys are sticking around for the fun. Yes, among other things, space station is fake space in a pool. Yeah, it's Hollywood trickery. If you look at some of the shenanigans they're pulling on the space station, they're to the point where they can use fake humans. Basically, they can have a person who doesn't even exist pretend to be inside the space station, and people are gullible enough to believe it without any sort of verification. As long as they see on a screen that there's a body floating around inside of a space station, they're inclined to believe it. So we have the technology where you can have a fake person, basically a deep fake CGI person inside of the space station in front of a green screen, a fake person in a fake background in a fake environment, and people are believing it's real. So as technology gets better, they're going to be able to make it look more and more realistic. They'll never get it completely right, of course. If they're going to try and do another moon landing or say that they're going to have people walk on Mars, it's going to require a lot of work, and to try and get that to be flawless and fake everyone out without guys like me exploiting every little anomaly. They're going to have all their ducks in a row, but they'll fake it and get shit wrong on purpose, and they don't care because the sheep don't notice. So they could have somebody, walk on Mars, and you could totally see that they're in a studio and totally expose it to the world. They're on wires in front of a green screen, and the sheeple will deny it, to the death in order to keep that lie alive in their mind that they were never duped. And all those Star Wars movies they watch, it wasn't programming to deceive them. No, it was innocent entertainment about the wonders of space. So if you look at all the different space movies, it was programming meant to poison your mind and get you to believe in space travel to begin with. And so if you look at all the different movies, they had Tom Hanks doing the Apollo 11 movie or Apollo, whatever it was. And then they had Sandra Bullock and fucking George Clooney do their movie. And then they had Matt Damon pretend to live on Mars in one of his movies. I don't even know all the names of these stupid movies, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So all of that is there to keep that notion alive in your brain. So Hollywood reinforces that lie so that you think in your brain like that's actually what's going on. So you're like, yeah, it's a movie, but you're still thinking space is real. You're still thinking, oh, well, one day we might actually go to Mars. If Matt Dillon's, walking on Mars in the movie, then one day man will walk on Mars. So that's how they get you to accept people walking on Mars on a television screen is with the fucking movies, right? Gravity. Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, the Gravity movie. It actually looked more realistic than what they show us. If you look at what they show us in the space station, it's more fake looking than the movie Gravity. So Hollywood actually has the ability to make it look more real than NASA. And NASA purposely dumbs down their shit and makes it look super fake so that they don't have to compete with the Hollywood movies. We got a super chat coming in. It says Bengals 26, Chiefs 20. Could be. Like I said, I don't know who's going to win these fake football games. All right. I'm getting tired, guys. I'm starting to slow down, and I've been on here for over 2 hours. So this was an unexpected stream that I did to cure my boredom and open some new minds and just rant, basically. So I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks to everyone who donated, everyone who commented. Like I said, I just randomly decided to go live. So if you showed up and you caught most of the stream and you got something out of it, awesome. And if you didn't get something out of it, well, shit. Maybe next time. So until then, this is Jake the Asshole. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday morning. Thank you, Jonna. Thanks, y'all, for being here. Have a good night. Until next time.